Hello, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and everything in between. My name's Amy if you're new here, and if you're not new, welcome back. Now, listen, I know it's been a while, but I'm back for a regularly not scheduled update video that you get every few months because I still don't have a schedule for this channel. I've been too busy stressing about everything. It's been 7 months since I've posted last on my channel. So, I've compiled everything from my Snapchat memories, because that's where I can't remember things, so that's why I look through my Snapchat memories. And I've compiled it into a Google document, and I'm going to talk to you all about what has happened within the past 7 months. Where have I been? So, January, we went back to school in person, which was really nice. I really missed the in-person environment, so that was really awesome and snazzy to do. Especially with my Japanese course, it was a lot easier to work in a school setting rather than at home, because at home I have all these different distractions like my phone. I started experimenting with makeup, which is not really significant, but I figured out like how much shaping my eyebrows and curling my lashes and putting mascara on really changed my appearance. So I've been experimenting with makeup ever since the beginning of this year. And I started hanging out with my best friend since kindergarten more, which is awesome because we don't talk much at all, but we're still best friends. So that's all for January. February, the golf season started at my high school. So I started my senior year of golf, and it was really interesting. The first match got canceled, I think, because of like weather issues. But yeah, the season went pretty good nonetheless. That's all for February. March, I started experimenting with fake lashes because prom was coming up. Again, it's not significant, but it's like the only thing that happened that month, so I figured I'd put it in here. April, I set a new PR and shot, that's a personal record for those of you who don't know what PR stands for. I shot a 97 on one of the hardest courses of the season, if not the hardest course of the golf season, which I'm super proud for. Also, my best friend that I was talking about earlier from kindergarten, she turned 18 in April, so yeah. Now we get to the months where a whole bunch of stuff happened, and sis, grab some popcorn, grab some snacks. You're gonna have to sit down a lot for this one. We had a state tournament and I shot a 112, which is not my best for my last match of my high school career. The reason why I put state in air quotations is because of the COVID restrictions. They were not able to host an actual state tournament, so they had like all of the top golfers from around the state come together for a tournament, and that was kind of our state thing. So it was really cool. I got some ball marker. I got a really expensive ball marker. Thank you, coach, for getting me that. But yeah, super cool. Next, I discovered dragon fruit flavored Red Bull. And hear me out. I'm not really a Red Bull person, like ever, but I was obsessed. I still am obsessed with this flavor because it tastes like a grape lollipop that I ate a whole bunch as a little girl in Japan whenever we visit family, and I love it. Like, it's my go-to now. Whenever I want Red Bull, I go to the dragon fruit. Next, I finished my Japanese course. All of this is all happening while I'm stressing about finishing my Japanese course on time, by the way. I finished my Japanese course on May 18th, which was 2.5 weeks before graduation. So I was cutting it super, super close, which I don't appreciate on my end. That's just my bad for being not good with managing time. But yeah, that's just how it is, I guess. Next, I got my little brother started with anime, which is awesome. He hasn't been really pushing me to watch anime episodes lately, which is kind of sad, but it's whatever. I'm a little busy, so I mean, this is not my usual setup. I'm in a different house. I'm in a family friend's house, and I'm dog sitting for them. So my little brother's first anime is the same as mine, which was Sword Art Online. And I know there's a whole bunch of controversy about Sword Art Online, but we're not going to talk about that in this video. I sang the national anthem at the Little League Baseball opening day for my town, which was my first and only performance of the national anthem for my senior year, since we didn't get to have many sports events. And all of the national anthems that were actually played were recordings, so it didn't give me any opportunities to sing, which I was really sad about, because I love singing, even though I almost pee my pants on stage because I'm scared and I have stage fright. It's fun. It's part of the fun of it. Prom happened. Prom. Oh my goodness. Prom. Let me tell ya, it was so hard to convince the squad. The whole squad. I wanted the whole squad there because it's your only chance in high school to go to prom. So if you're watching this video and you're still in high school, go to prom. It's fun. It'll probably be more fun than our prom, but nonetheless, go to prom. It's fun. So I spent 2 or 3 weeks trying to convince the squad to go, because some of their parents are very strict, and some of the squad is I don't do school dances, they're just not my thing, I'm more of an isolated person. I'm like, okay, I get that, but listen, it's your only chance to go to prom. Can you please do this for me? I would love for the whole group to go to prom together. But after a couple weeks of texting people back and forth, I finally got everybody to go, which was super nice. I loved it. The last thing that happened in May was senior skip day. I don't know about your high schools, but my high school has a tradition of skipping school for a day if you're a senior towards the end of the year, the last week or so of senior year. So we decided to go to this place called Goose Lake, and there's different entrances to Goose Lake. There's upper, lower, and somewhere else. We went to Lower Goose Lake by accident, me and the boys, and I almost got stuck with my truck because there's a huge gravel incline, and I forgot that the truck has 4-wheel drive, so that's something. So we went to Upper Goose Lake, the correct place to go, and we had a fun time. There was a whole bunch of kids there, and there was a group that was closer to the water that was not doing stuff that kids should do, but I wasn't part of that group. We had 2 separate groups, the good kids and the bad kids. So I was part of the good kids group. It was really fun. We had hot dogs and barbecued and had a whole bunch of conversations about what are you gonna do after what are you gonna do after high school? What are your plans? So that was fun. Now that's all that there is for May. For June, there's a lot of stuff that happened in June too. So in June 1st, I started Attack on Titan because my best friend since kindergarten, suggested it to me. I also started a whole bunch of animes and finished them within this entire time period, from the beginning of this year to now. Right now I'm watching Darling in the Franxx, and it's a little sus, but we're gonna keep going with it. Yeah, Attack on Titan. First episode almost made me cry. If you haven't already watched it, I highly recommend it if you're into fighting and other worlds, I guess, isekai. I can't wait for season 4 part 2, even though I've already seen spoilers. Thank you, manga readers, for spoiling the anime for me. But yeah, that is what happened with Attack on Titan. And I finished Attack on Titan. It took me 17 days, so I started on June 1st and finished on June 17th. That was a lot of watching. It was at least 7 to 10 episodes every single day. Yeah. So the last day of senior year also happened. It was very, very stressful. Well, no, I don't think the last day of senior year was stressful. It was the graduation practice day that was really stressful. But yeah, so we had our grad walk as well. Usually we have all of the seniors go and walk through all the elementary schools around our town. That didn't happen this year because of COVID, obviously. So we just walked around our high school. We took a lap around our high school, and that was it. There was no students there whatsoever, so I'm so mad about that. But whatever. I graduated, so it's whatever. After that, I played in the drumline at a couple basketball games and had a lot of fun with that. The band, we didn't even get to touch our instruments this year. We didn't even get to play this year, let alone get to touch our instruments. So I'm very sad about that. There's a whole bunch of parades and festivals and performances that we just missed out on because of COVID. So sad about that, but whatever. I graduated on time, guys. All of that stress throughout the whole entire year was worth it. Like I said before, I finished on May 18th, and that was 2.5 weeks before graduation, which was on June 4th. And BYU Independent Study strictly advises that you give at least 2 weeks to get your course finished. Was it 2 weeks? 2 weeks or 4 weeks? I can't remember. But in between the time you finish your course and graduation date. So I cut it really, really close, and I was really scared that my transcript from BYU Independent Study would not go through to my high school. But my high school counselor, thank goodness, she has like a counselor portal or something for BYU Independent Study, and she looked at that and she was like, okay, you're good to graduate. So I was like, yes, let's go. 4 days after graduation, I turned 18. I'm now a legal adult. Whatever that means. My best friend graduated after I graduated, like a week or two after I graduated, she graduated, which was awesome. Something new. My family has a great family friend, and she had a couple cars sitting out in a field that's like right next to her house. So I picked up a 1997 Ford Taurus and started working on it because it will be my first actual car. Also, last day of June 30th, I don't remember, June 30th, I watched one of my best friends from the squad. His dog had puppies, so I got to watch that, which was super cool and funky fresh. That's all that happened in June. Now, moving on to July, I started listening to Bo Burnham and Olivia Rodrigo's new albums religiously. I love their albums so much, and I connect with them a lot, so I'm really glad that they produce music and make people happy like me. I turned in my first job application to be a pharmacist assistant. There's 4 pages to the pharmacist assistant application that I needed to turn into the Department of Health, the Washington Department of Health. I turned in 3 on accident because I forgot my 4th one in the copy machine because I was making a copy. And I just sent that 4th page in like a week ago, and I wasn't too stoked about that. Getting an email from the Department of Health, I was like really pumped up, and I was really excited to see if I'd gotten the pharmacist assistant license or not, and I didn't because I didn't. They can't process my request if they don't have all the pages of my application. So I turned that in like a week ago, and I'm still waiting for their response. Also in July, we got new tires on that Ford Taurus that I was talking to you about earlier. New tires and wheels, because the Taurus was sitting in the field for like 4 or 5 years at that point, and my dad did not trust those tires and wheels. So we got some new ones. Super grateful about that. Also, my sister passed her driver's exam, so you all better get off the road because she is going to be driving soon. Now, it's August. What's today? August 5th. Right now, I'm prepping for a trip to Lincoln City, Oregon with some of the boys from the squad. And yeah, here we are today. That is all that's happened this month because it's... Oops. That's all that's happened this month because it's the 5th and it's not, there's nothing that can happen in like 5 days. Not much that happened in 5 days anyway. So that was a lot to catch you guys up on, but if you were wondering where I've been, I was mostly stressing about finishing my Japanese course with like the first 5 months of this year, and I've just been kind of vibing since I've graduated. As for college plans, I'm like 70% sure I'm going to a community college that's like an hour away from my home. First, to get my general education credits out of the way, and then I'm planning to transfer to a bigger college once I know and kind of get the handle on things about what I want to do for a career or a job or whatever I want to do. So since I've graduated, lots of questions have been asked, like, where are you going? What's your plan now that what's your plan now that you've graduated? I still don't know for sure, because this is all uncharted territory for me, so I'm kind of like scared and hesitant to go into the real world and spread my wings and leave the nest, because like I'm very dependent on my parents. Whew, I need a breather after. I need like a 30-minute nap to process everything that just happened. I am done talking. That is my update video for you all. So thank you for listening if you stayed here. I do plan to have a vlog of the Oregon trip, or at least a video of some kind. We're going to Oregon for a week. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. It'll be a good chance to connect with the boys more. Don't worry though, we're all just friends. Calm down, I know what you're thinking. You're hanging out with like 4 boys. Child, they're literally just my friends, so calm yourself. Anyways, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Hopefully, it'll be the Oregon vlog. じゃあね, bye bye!